Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the Blitzen MTLS. This is a tier 3 premium American light tank with standard matchmaking. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Corellia with tier 3 as the top tier, 2 artillery on the enemy team, and 1 artillery on my team. For this game I am platooned up with Cowboy Arizona, who is in the LTVZ-38, which is from the new Czechoslovakian line. The crew I'm using for this game is from my T11OE3, and is definitely not my most experienced crew, but he still has Sixth Sense, Brothers in Arms, Repairs, Camouflage, Clutch Braking, Off-Road King, and Deadeye. For equipment I have improved ventilation, an enhanced gun laying drive, and coated optics. Because this tank is a short to medium range fighter, there is no point getting a camouflage net or binoculars. Although they may allow you to be more useful when fighting tier 5 tanks by passively spotting, the Blitzen is most fun when played around its autoloader gun. I have supplied my Blitzen with a small repair kit, small first aid kit, and manual fire extinguisher. And there really isn't a point in using the larger kits when you're a tier 3 light tank. I was quite disappointed by the turnout in the middle of the map. Usually in these low tier games, the middle of the map is just swarming with streaking light tanks, but for this game most of the players actually went on the flanks. I'm repositioning to defend the eastern flank, that way the enemy doesn't get an easy rush in on our base. I wish I had switched my APCR ammunition to deal with this BTSV. Its armor is well angled and is perfectly suited for bouncing shots from tanks like the Blitzen. The extra penetration would have definitely made a difference here. For those of you who don't know, the Blitzen MTLS was given away for free by World of Tanks console during the 2016 holiday season. As its name suggests, it is meant to look like a reindeer. I haven't played a lot of games with the Blitzen, this is actually only my 3rd game with the tank, but I'm really glad that World of Tanks console gave away this tank for free, because it's a pretty fun tank to use with some good potential. Being a tier 3 tank, the Blitzen can help you progress through ops, and it makes a decent crew trainer. One of the most appealing aspects of the tank, though, is that a successful clip can take down a tier 3 enemy from full health. So watch out while playing reindeer games against this little tank. So now that I have helped my team successfully defend the eastern flank, I'm going to go fall back and defend the base where my platoon mate Cowboy Arizona is trying to hold off the enemies that flank from the western side. The biggest downside to the Blitzen is its mobility, so you're not going to be able to do those crazy light tank maneuvers that you can do with the M22 Locust, which is the other American tier 3 premium light tank. This means that you have to pay careful attention to the tactical situation so that you don't overextend into trouble or leave your base undefended. When you also add in that this tank has a long reload, it actually makes a pretty great tank for new World of Tanks players to improve on their game skills. With the Blitzen you have to place your shots carefully on the enemy and constantly be keeping an eye on the tactical situation if you want to make the biggest impact possible with this tank. Overall it can help teach you some basic skills which will help you survive in the higher tiers. So now we're only down by 1 tank here, but the enemy does have a slight advantage and they also have a really good staggered formation with 2 artillery, which is going to make this situation a little tricky to deal with. This is where I'm definitely glad to have my extra spotting equipment so I can keep finding that tank destroyer. He's out in the open so he makes an easy target for me to get, which is especially important at this point since my light tank teammate just destroyed himself. Ouch, that's a brutal direct hit from the artillery. I'm glad I have my repair kit to fix my engine, because using the Blitzen with a damaged engine would be very unpleasant. Now I don't want to prolong the game any longer to give the artillery any easy shots on my teammates and I, and the only real solution is to destroy the enemy spotter. An easy drive-by is the perfect way to deal with this M2 medium tank, which is a really soft target. Now it's time for a long drive towards the enemy base with the artillery being a constant threat. I've already managed to destroy 7 enemies this game, so I am being a little bit greedy here by not waiting for my tank destroyer teammate. But it's also important for me to go up ahead and spot so that the enemy artilleries don't get 2 lucky shots in on us. Now this is something important to point out. You don't always have to completely empty your clip into an enemy. Here I am able to take out both of the enemy artillery with one clip. So try to keep an eye on how much damage you're actually doing to the enemy per shot. And if you have time to line up your shots better, don't just hold down the trigger and allow your gun to aim a little bit in between each shot. That way you can make the most of the clip. Now this tank isn't actually playing. Whether he lagged out or exited the game, I don't know, but he didn't get any damage during the game. If I had known that, I definitely wouldn't have shot into his turret. I'm afraid of losing my 10th kill to my tank destroyer teammate, so I switched to my APCR shells for the first time this game, which was completely unnecessary. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I did. For this game, I managed to earn 40,000 silver without any multipliers, and I managed to earn 7,516 experience with a 2 times daily multiplier and 250 from the David and Goliath op. In this game, I managed to deal 1,391 damage, assist with 47 damage, and destroy 10 enemy vehicles. This earned me High Caliber, Mastery Badge Ace Tanker, and Top Gun. Unfortunately, they don't give out Devastator, Radley Walters, and Pools Medal at Tier 3. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 1,863. I only managed to hit 48 of my 104 shots and penetrate 38 of those, getting 36 damage hits in total. I did some decent crew and module damage this game. I damaged the ammunition in the enemy Blitzen, the gun on the T1 HMC artillery, destroyed the engine, damaged the gun, and injured the commander in the Panzer Jag 1, injured the driver in the M22 Locust, damaged the ammunition in the Grope Tractor, and damaged the engine in the Su-76M. Well, I'm pretty happy doing all that crew and module damage to the enemy. Good work, Blitzen. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it'll give you some good ideas for how to improve your gameplay with your own Blitzen. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.